Commission members, we're live.
Thank you. Today, today is May 8th, 2025. The time is 4 p.m. I'm calling to order the Housing Commission regular meeting. Jasmine, can we stand to take pledge allegiance? Put your right hand over your heart. Begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. At this moment, we'll take roll call.
Jose Jesus Souza. Maria Cisneros Gonzalez.
Here.
Edward Gonzalez.
Oh.
Laura Franklin. We have quorum.
Thank you. Okay. At this moment, we will open public communications. Are there anybody looking to speak? I see no one. We'll close public communications. First item of business, elect chair and vice chair. Ryan?
At this time, since our board is new, we are looking to elect a chair and a vice chair. So we are looking for any nominations at this time.
So we'll do it one at a time. I will, if you could nominate a chairperson, and then we'll do a voting, and then we'll do the vice chair. That way we could keep them separate. Do I hear any nominations?
Self-nominate.
Yes, you could self-nominate. So let's do chair.
Yeah.
Anyone? Okay, I need a second for.
I second for her.
Okay. We have a first and a second. Let's take roll.
Jose Jesus Souza.
You would say yes or no if you agree to her being nominated as chair.
Maria Cisneros Gonzalez.
I agree.
Edward Gonzalez. Laura Franklin.
Motion passes. Motion passes. Congratulations, Madam Chair. Now we'll take nominations for vice chair. Do I have a second? We have a first and a second. Let's take roll.
Jose Jesus Souza. Maria Cisneros Gonzalez.
I agree.
Edward Gonzalez. Laura Franklin.
Madam Chair, you could sit at the chair. And then then you take over the meeting from here. But for right now, we'll just continue that way slowly. We'll step by step as the meetings go. And then you could move over.
And what we'll do at this point too, now that we have our chair and vice chair, is future meetings, you would be leading the meetings at this time. But for this moment, there's only one item on the agenda. It's just going through the bylaws, just to make sure that we're all on the same page and we can move forward, especially in future meetings with the bylaws that are in place. These are bylaws that were pretty much established already. We wanted to go through the bylaws with you all, so that way we're all aware of what they contain.
Also, for your future meetings, what I'll do is I'll give the information to Jasmine and she'll send it to you. Laura is like a script. We have a kind of a script which is basic, and we go live. Everything I did, but in a script. And then that way you could follow. That way it'll be easier. And also for you, so just in case you need to switch, if we get another person and, Okay. Ryan?
Okay, at this time, does everyone have a copy of the bylaws with them? I believe everyone does. So we'll just go through the bylaws and at the end of it, we'll work on voting to codify it. So therefore, these will be the established bylaws for this board moving forward. Starting with Part A, the qualifications. Housing Commission members shall be qualified residents of the city at the time of their appointment and at all times during their term. Commission members shall not hold public office as an elected official at the time of their appointment or at any time during their term as prescribed in Baldwin Park Municipal Code 3211. And all of this is pretty much in the city website as well for your reference. Part B, membership. The Housing Commission shall consist of 7 members who shall be designated as commission office numbers 1 through 7 respectively. Commissions of office numbers 6 and 7 shall be persons who are tenants of the authority. Commissioner number 7 shall be over 62 years of age if the authority has tenants of such age. 10 commissioners shall have all the powers, duties, and privileges as any other commissioner as prescribed in Baldwin Park Municipal Code 3221. So currently there are 4 members. There are 3 additional members that we're seeking, 2 of which need to be tenant commissioners or part of the housing authority, voucher program, or public housing. Part C, appointment. Members of each housing commission shall be appointed by the mayor with advice and consent of the housing council or the city council as prescribed in Baldwin Park Municipal Code 3201. Part D is compensation. Each member of the commission shall be entitled to receive $50 per meeting. Commission members shall be entitled to reimbursement for expenses incurred in the performance of official duties, if the same is approved in advance by the city council. No commission shall have any authority to expend or authorize the expenditure of any public funds, except with the prior express approval of the city council as prescribed in Baldwin Park Municipal Code 3210. Limitations. The Housing Commission shall have no power or authority to bind or obligate the city or any officer or department thereof for any money, debts, undertaking, or obligation of any kind in excess of the appropriation which the city council may have made for the purposes of the commission in any fiscal year as prescribed in Baldwin Park Municipal Code 3224. Duties and functions. The duties and functions of the Housing Commission shall be as follows. Number 1, to serve as required in an advisory capacity to the City Council and/or Housing Authority on matters related to housing in the community. Number 2, to assist in developing long-range objectives and goals for housing in the community. Number 3, to recommend changes from time to time to the City Housing Assistance Plan. Number 4, to undertake studies in areas of concern or as may be assigned by the City Council and/or Housing Authority as prescribed in Baldwin Park Municipal Code 3223. All right, Part F, terms. Office 1 shall be for 1-year term. Office 2 shall be for 2-year term. Office 3 shall be for 3-year term. Office 4 and 5 shall be for 4-year term. And tenant officers 6 and 7 shall be for 2-year terms. If a tenant commissioner ceases to be a tenant of the authority, the person shall be disqualified as a commissioner, and another tenant shall be appointed to fill the unexpired term. Expiration date of terms. The term of commission office shall expire on June 30th of the designated expiration year. Continuation in office. Except for removal of a commission member, as provided in Section H of these bylaws, or vacancy due to absence as provided in Section K of these bylaws, notwithstanding the expiration of the term of a commission member, the member shall continue to serve as such until his or her successor is appointed and qualified as prescribed in Baldwin Park Municipal Code 3208. Continuity in office. The city council, in making appointments and reappointments to all commission offices, shall observe whenever possible the principle of staggered terms so as to provide for continuity in membership for each commission as prescribed in Baldwin Park Municipal Code 3203. G is service. Each member of the Housing Commission shall serve at the pleasure of the City Council as prescribed in Baldwin Park Municipal Code 3202. H, removal. Any member of the Housing Commission may be removed from office with or without cause at any time by the City Council. No such removal shall be effective unless a motion to that effect made at a regular special or adjourned special meeting is carried by not less than the affirmative votes of 3 members of the City Council as prescribed in Baldwin Park Municipal Code 3209. Vacancies. Whenever a vacancy occurs on any city commission, the vacancy shall be filled in the manner set forth Section C of these bylaws. If a vacancy occurs leaving an unexpired term, the subsequent appointment shall be made for the balance of the unexpired term as prescribed in Baldwin Park Municipal Code 3208. J, meetings. The Housing Commission shall be held on the first Thursday quarterly at 4 p.m. in the City Council chambers of City Hall unless otherwise determined by commission. Number 2, whenever a regular meeting falls on a public holiday, no regular meeting shall be held that day. Such regular may be scheduled to another business day or canceled by the Community Development Director or his or her designee. Upon roll call, a majority of not less than 4 members shall constitute a quorum for the Housing Commission meeting. In the event there is no quorum formed, the chairperson, vice chairperson, or pro tempore, as the case may be, may adjourn the meeting. Such adjournment shall serve as sufficient notice to continue all matters pending before the Housing Commission to the next regular meeting. Public meetings. The meeting shall be conducted in accordance with the provisions of the Ralph M. Brown Act, codified in California Government Code subscript 54950 at SEQ and by these bylaws as prescribed in Baldwin Park Municipal Code 3204. Rules of Order. Except as otherwise provided in these bylaws, Robert's Rules of Order, newly revised, shall be used as a guide to conduct of these meetings of the Housing Commission, provided, however, that the failure of the Commission to conform to said rules of order shall not in any instance be deemed to invalidate the actions taken. Adjourned meetings. In the event it is the wish of the Housing Commission to adjourn its meeting to a certain hour or on another day, a specified date, time, and place must be set by the Commission prior to the regular motion to adjourn. Joint meetings. Joint meetings with the Recreation and Community Services Commission may be scheduled in an as-needed basis. The purpose of these meetings may be included, but not limited to, meet jointly as the Community Development Block Grant Advisory Committee for consideration and review of providing a funding recommendation of CDBG public service agencies. Cancellations of meetings. In the event that there are no items scheduled to be considered by the Housing Commission at the next regular meeting, the Community Development Manager and or his or her designee may cancel the meeting by giving a minimum of 5 days advance notice to each member of the Commission. The Secretary shall notify all members of the Commission by electronic mail or telephone and post a notice of cancellation notifying the public of the canceled meeting. Such notice shall include the time and place of the next scheduled regular meeting. Order of meetings. The order of business shall be conducted as follows. 1, call to order. 2, pledge of allegiance. 3, roll call. 4, public communications. Members of the public may speak on any matter which is not listed on the agenda. A 3-minute maximum time limit shall be imposed pursuant to Government Code 5494.2. No action or discussion shall be undertaken on any item not appearing on the posted agenda, except members of the legislative body or its staff may briefly respond to statements made or questions posed by persons. Number 5, consent calendar. All items under this heading are considered routine business. By the Housing Commission and will be approved in one motion. There will be no separate discussions of these items unless requested by commission. If requested, the item will be removed from the general order of business and considered in its normal sequence on the agenda. Number 6, public hearing items will follow the procedure in this section of the bylaws. Number 7, reports of officers. Number 8, commission comments. And number 9 is adjournment. Motions. A motion to adjourn shall always be in order except during roll call. The chair of the commission or other presiding officer may make the second motions and debate from the chair, subject only to such limitations of debate as are imposed on all members of the commission. Voting. Voting requirements. The affirmative vote of a majority of the commission in attendance is necessary for it to take action. Certain special actions under federal or state law require a 4 to 5 majority vote. These will be dealt with as they arise. When a member of the commission abstains from voting on any matter due to a potential conflict of interest, said vote shall not constitute nor be considered as either a vote in favor or in opposition to the matter being considered. When a member of the commission abstains from voting for any reason other than a potential conflict of interest, the abstention shall be counted with the majority. Or D, a member shall disqualify himself from voting in accordance with the Housing Commission Conflict of Interest Code. When a person disqualifies him or herself, he or she shall state prior to the consideration of such matter by the commission that he is disqualifying himself due to possible conflict of interest and shall then leave the voting area. Part 2, recording of votes. The minutes of the commission proceeding shall show the vote of each member, including if they were absent or failed to vote on a matter considered. Public hearing procedures. Number 1, the chair shall announce the subject of the public hearing as advertised. Number 2, if a request is made for continuance, a motion may be made and voted upon to continue the public hearing to a deadline time and date to re-advertise for date uncertain. Number 3, the staff shall be asked to present the substance of the application, staff report and recommendation, and to answer technical questions of the commission. Number 4, order of testimony. The order of testimony shall be as follows. A, applicant's name. B, proponent statement. C, opponent statement. D, if necessary, a rebuttal from the applicant. E, public hearing closed. And F, the commission shall deliberate and either determine the matter or continue the matter to another date and time certain. Part 5, rules of testimony. The rules of testimony shall be as follows. A, persons presenting testimony to the commission are requested to give their name and address for the record. B, if there are numerous people in the audience who wish to participate on the issue and it is known that all represent the same opinion, a spokesman should be selected to speak for the entire group. The spokesman will thus have the opportunity of speaking for a reasonable length of time and of presenting a complete case. C, to avoid unnecessary cumulative evidence, the chair may limit the number of witnesses or the time of testimony on a particular issue. D, irrelevant and off the subject comments will be ruled out of order. E, the chair will not permit any complaints regarding the staff or individual commissioners during public hearing. Complaints should be submitted in writing or presented verbally as a separate item on the agenda. F, no person shall address the commission without first securing the permission of the chair to do so. G, all comments shall be addressed to the commission. All questions shall be placed through the chair. Decorum. While the commission is in session, the members of the commission must preserve order and decorum, and a member shall neither by conversation or otherwise, delay or interrupt the proceedings, or refuse to obey the orders of the commission or its chair. Dialogue and discussions must be specific to matters appearing on the posted agenda or matters to be scheduled to a future meeting. Discussions and or dialogue personal in nature are not permitted. Courtesy by each commission members must be exhibited when conversing with commission members, staff, and members of the public. Sergeant at Arms. A member of the public of the police department or other member of the city staff may be designated by the commission to be sergeant at arms. When, in the opinion of the chair, the services of the sergeant at arms is necessary, and he or she or they shall carry out all orders and instructions given by the chair for the purpose of maintaining order and decorum at the commission meeting. In the event of a planned or spontaneous disruption of a meeting, the following procedures will be used. A, the chair shall advise the persons that unless the disruption ceases, they will be escorted from the council chambers by the sergeant at arms. If refusal of escort is made, they will be arrested. B, if disruption continues, the chair may recess the meeting. Commission members should recess to the executive session meeting room in the chamber. C, the commission may report back and recommends the meeting upon report of staff. D, if disruption starts again, the chair shall warn of escort and possible arrest. Procedure A. Almost done. E, upon failure to cease disruption after second warning, the chairperson should request that the sergeant at arms escort the person from the council chambers. If there is refusal to be escorted, the chair should request the sergeant at arms to arrest the person in violation. Determination to call for assistance if situation is warranted will be made. 3, persons authorized to be within dais area. No person except city officials and their representatives shall be permitted within the rail in front of the city hall chambers without the express consent of the commission. K, absence from meetings. Any commission who is absent without cause from these successive regular meetings of the commission shall be automatically deemed to have vacated his office. An absence due to illness or an unavoidable absence from the city shall be deemed an excused absence, provided that notice is given to the secretary of the commission by the member on or before the day of any regular meeting of the commission as prescribed in Baldwin Park Municipal Code 3205. L, selection of chairperson and vice chair. The commission shall annually, during the first meeting of July, vote for one of its members as chairperson and one of its members as vice chairperson to serve at the pleasure of the Housing Commission as prescribed in Baldwin Park Municipal Code 3206. Absence of chairperson and vice chair from meeting. Any other member shall call the meeting into order, whereupon a chair pro tempore shall be selected from the members present to preside. Process to fill chairperson's vacancy from office. The vice chairperson shall succeed the chairperson if he or she vacates his or her office before completion of his or her term. The vice chair shall serve the unexpired term of the vacated office as prescribed in M. Roles of officers and secretary. Chairperson. Preside at all meetings of the commission and ensure that all actions of the commission are properly taken. Vice chairperson. During the absence and or disqualification of the chairperson, the vice chairperson shall perform all duties subject to the responsibilities of the chairperson. Secretary. The community development director his or her designee shall appoint a secretary to the Housing Commission. He or she shall provide appropriate clerical assistance for each meeting. The secretary shall be present and record the meeting proceedings, which shall be open for inspection by any member of the public. It shall be the duty of the secretary to keep the official minutes of all meetings of the Housing Commission and to maintain all other official files, records, and permanent records of the Housing Commission. The secretary shall transmit to each member of the Housing Commission a full and complete copy of the minutes at the next regular scheduled meeting. N, procedures to amend bylaws. The bylaws may be amended at any meeting of the Housing Commission by a majority of the membership of the commission, provided that notice of the proposed amendment is delivered to each commissioner not less than 5 days prior to said meeting. And that is all the bylaws that are listed here. We just wanted to go through to make sure that everyone is aware. It's kind of lengthy. You'll get a chance to take a look at it as well. And of course, as commissioners, you're welcome to inspect and amend as stated the bylaws. Just give all other commissioners at least 5 days advance notice for the next commission meeting. Turn it to you, Shirley.
Okay, at this moment, okay, this was approved, these bylaws, so is there any amendments you want them to look it over, or what is your intent?
Are there any comments, amendments? If there are none, we can make motion to
Approve.
codify and approve the bylaws until our next meetings or whenever the commission decides they want to make changes.
Ryan, I just have a point of clarification. Under rules of testimony, it says it lists the person stating the information to state their name, that's fine, but they have an address. Do they have to say their address? I don't know from this period of 2009 to current time with the laws of privacy, if we should just take it out. If they give us their address, that's up to them, but not where we're requiring them to give their address.
I agree, and I would leave it to the commission.
So that would be like an amendment you would make to request, where it says request to give their name and address, to give their name,
Yes.
for the record.
Yes.
That's fine versus an address. I think there may be a privacy issue. If not, it's just good practice.
Yeah, I caught that one as well.
Okay. Is there any others? Sure. You have to be disruptive. So if there's a person out there, I mean, any person of the,
Council has a right to dismiss you from,
as a commissioner,
yeah,
yes, they do.
oh, it's no, nothing they,
They could state, that they're redoing the whole, because you're appointed by the city council. So it's sort of like an employer, they could hire or fire type of thing. So it would have to be something drastic for it to come to that point, where it's harmful to the city that you're in the position, let's say. But yes, they do have the right to do that. Any other question?
How do we know which office we hold in regards to the term?
They're listed on, I believe, on the website. Okay, yeah, let's see. I know we've done this so far. Um, uh, let me look it up real quick. Under the website, there's the tab that says government, just taking too long. Government, and then there's Housing Commission, the commissions, and there we have, let's see, roster of commissioners. Okay. Office number 1, it's Laura. Your office number 1. I have everybody expiring in 3 years. That's what it has on here. Let me go, yeah. Let me go to the municipal court. Yes, when I came on board, they had everybody like, they had all the commissions expiring on June 30th and some were off. It does have. Okay, it is part of the municipal code in 3 years respectfully from the date of their appointment and two shall be designated to serve for term for 4 years, the date of their appointment. Okay, it is part of the minutes, so we would have to just come back to that one. Okay. We could vote on amending the those portions and come back to the terms. So I could go back history tracking to see how they got picked on the, it has to go way far back because we were just discussing that there hasn't been a meeting in years. So I would have to research that information. But we could pass the bylaws with the what I with the terms and then they could be changed at let's say the next meeting, you know. And that way we could see if we do a draw the hat. I've got to see how it was posted as far as our notice of vacancy. If, you know, we have office 1, 2, and how was those offices selected? You know, that's what we're gonna have to do, or just do one of those. We did it for the SOC meeting, the wheel and add the names and office number 1. Okay. So we've got to look into that. So it could be fair to everybody. Sure.
As far as being bilingual, will that be of use during the meeting, or is everything just conducted in English? Even if someone should come from the public and question?
Everything is conducted in English. The only one that is provided but is not mandatory provided is the city council. But it's not if it all depends on the situation. If it's something like the appellant and that would have to be housing, and they would have to let us know if we need an interpreter, and then we'll get one for the day. But your meetings here, they would be done in English. Any other questions? Okay, is there a motion to accept the bylaws with the amendments and coming back on the terms, or
Yeah.
not, or it's up to you?
Yeah, I'll make a motion that we accept the bylaws as they are. We'll pass the bylaws with the current terms, but research the terms to present by the next meeting.
Yes, and will you be also amending 5A to remove the word address? Address?
Yes,
Is that part of your motion?
yes.
Is
And
there,
to amend 5A to remove adding their address when they speak for public comment.
thank you, Madam Chair. Is there a second? We have a first and a second. Roll.
Jose Jesus Souza,
Agree?
Maria Cisneros Gonzalez,
Agree?
Edward Gonzalez, Laura Franklin.
Agree.
Wait. Motion passes. All right. Oh, wow. That was quick. Madam Chair, it's up to you. Next.
Well, since we've, I guess, finished our business for today, I'd like to call for an adjournment of the meeting. Is there a motion to adjourn the meeting?
Seconded. I make a motion for it to be adjourned.
Is there a second?
Second. I agree.
Motion was adjourned at 4:35 PM.
Thank you.
Meeting. Thank you.